Welcome to day 1 of the Root Chakra Challenge. For this class, you'll need a yoga belt or a tie or a dog lead or a towel and some yoga blocks if you have them. Come to the mat and we'll start lying on the back. Get your belt handy or your tie or your towel. Just start to surrender down onto the earth. Allow the feet to flop open, the backs of the hands touching the floor with the palms to the sky. Allow the fingers to gently curl. Close the eyes, lengthen the back of the neck, and just lay here and feel the support of the earth. So the root chakra is all about our physical presence on earth and our connection to it, our basic survival needs, and everything about our physicality. So as you lay here, say to yourself the affirmation, I am at home in my body. I am at home in my body. Now take hold of your yoga belt or your tie and loop it around the sole of the right foot. So bring the right knee into the chest, extend it up towards the sky. You can keep the knee bent, loop the belt around the ball of the foot, then bring the elbows to the floor. So your belt might be quite long like mine. Heel is shooting up into the sky. Try to get the hamstring straight here. So your leg might not be at this angle, it may be at about 45 degrees and that's fine. But bring your awareness to the backs of the leg. So just opening up the back of the knee here, getting into the hamstring. Our root chakra is all about the legs, the feet, and the lower back. So these poses today will get into these areas. Use deep breaths. Don't force anything. Just take yourself to the edge of your challenge. If you're feeling any pain or it's too intense, just back off a little bit. Take the belt in the right hand and then allow the right leg to flop out to the side. Place the left hand on top of the left thigh, left hip bone, and press that into the floor. This is a bit of external rotation here in the right hip, stretching the hamstring and the back of the leg in a slightly different way. Remember, these belts are so good because they make our arms longer than they really are, really allowing you to stretch the muscles more deeply than if you were holding on with your hand to your foot. Then inhale, come back to the center line. Pull the leg a bit closer to the chest. Maybe you have a little bit more openness. Pressing the ball of the foot into the belt. And then with an inhale, lift the body, the upper body off the floor towards the leg. Maybe you can wrap your peace fingers around your big toe, using the left hand to press that left thigh down. Slowly release. Second side. So I'm changing sides on my mat, but you can stay where you are. Bring the left leg up, hook the belt around the ball of the foot. Make the belt as long as it needs to be with your elbows on the floor. Right leg is straight and strong, left leg straight. Remember, any angle is fine. Most people just have the flexibility of around 90 degrees here, so I'm not much further past that. It's perfectly normal. Use long, deep breaths, bringing your awareness to the back of the leg. Open up these leg channels. Chakra work is all about moving energy around. energy that's held in the subtle body. Take the belt in the left hand and allow the leg to fall out to the left side. Keeping that right hip pressed to the earth, you can use your hand. Long deep breaths, pushing out of the heel of the left foot. Being content with how far down your leg comes. We all have different ranges of motion, different skeletons, different life stories. These all contribute to our range of motion. Inhale, bring it back to center. Pull down a little bit harder on the belt. Maybe the leg comes in a little bit closer to the chest. And then lift the upper body up. Maybe hooking the peace fingers around the big toe. If that's not within your reach, it's perfectly okay. Pressing down on that right leg. Using the strength of the core to lift the upper body. Then release down. Hook the belt back over the ball of the right foot. We'll come into a twist. So taking hold of the belt in the left hand, allow the right leg to fall across the body to the left side of the mat. Try to keep both shoulders on the earth, so the twist is coming from the mid-back. Again, this just gets into the back of the leg at a bit of a different angle, helping open up the leg channels, moving that energy around. Inhale, come back to center. Hook it back around the left leg. Time for the twist on the other side. I'm just switching sides here because the wall is in the way. You can stay where you are on your mat. Allow that left leg to fall across the body. Both shoulders remain grounded. Twist is coming from the mid-back. Both legs are straight. Take advantage of the length of the belt or your dog lead or your towel. Really feeling the openness in the back of the legs here. Being mindful, not going too deep, backing off if it gets too intense. Inhale back to center, then release. Lift the right leg back up to the sky, grab the back of the thigh, and we'll do some ankle circles. So 5 circles in one direction. Then when you've completed those, 5 in the other. So the root chakra is about our feet and ankles as well. And release. Second side, left leg to the sky. 5 ankle circles in one direction. Then 5 in the other. Might hear a few clicks. I know I always do when I do this movement. Release. Bring both knees into the chest. Give yourself a tight squeeze. And when you're ready, roll up or sit up. Come over the knees and we'll move into tabletop. It's a really grounding pose. Hands are underneath the shoulders directly, knees underneath the hips. Get a good stable base, feel the connection of the hands and the knees to the earth. Spine is neutral. On an inhale, lift the head, dip the belly for cow pose. Exhale, round the back, tucking the pelvis for cat. Inhale, head lifts, chest comes through the gates of the arms for cow. Exhale, round the spine into a Halloween cat. Inhale, head lifts and belly dips. Exhale, round the spine, cat. Inhale, head lifts, belly dips. Exhale, round the spine for cat. Inhale, head lifts. Exhale, round the spine, head comes down, cat. Return to neutral. Look over the right shoulder and sweep the hips to the right for wag the dog. So you should feel a side stretch all in the left side body, down the ribs and the waist and the outer hip. Inhale, center. Exhale, over to the other side. So if you're looking from above, the spine is curving round to the left, feeling the stretch in the right side body. Long, even breaths. Back to center. Ground the left hand underneath the left shoulder. Right arm lifts to the sky for thread the needle. So tuck in the right hand arm underneath the left armpit. Right ear to the floor. Right shoulder to the floor. Left hand can extend in front. Equal balance in both knees. Hips are neutral. Long, deep breaths. Plant the left hand under the shoulder, come out the way you went in, lifting the right arm back to the sky, right arm plants. Inhale, left arm to the sky. Exhale, thread the needle, left arm comes underneath the right armpit. Left shoulder, left ear to the floor, right arm extended in front with the palm to the earth. Hips are neutral, core is engaged, long, even breathing. Getting into the mid back here, this twist, just waking up the spine. Plant the right hand underneath the shoulder. Inhale the left arm back up to the sky. Plant both hands. Move them about one handprint in front. Tuck the toes. Sit bones come to the sky for downward facing dog. So you can keep the knees bent here with the heels off the floor. Really feel that grounding in the palms, connecting with the earth. Upper back is wide. Sit bones to the sky. Maybe pedal out the feet. Lengthen in the back of the legs. Feeling the stretch. Jaw is relaxed and the tongue is relaxed. On an inhale, right leg lifts to the sky. Exhale, right foot steps up between the hands. If you can't get there in one go, you can always manually move your foot there. Release the left knee to the floor. Right knee directly above right ankle. Come up for a low lunge. So initially tuck the pelvis under as if you're doing a pelvic tilt. You can feel it in the left hip flexor here. And when you're ready, descend into the hips for a deeper stretch. Front ribs are engaged, core is engaged. This really gets into the left hip flexor here. Long, deep breaths. You can release the back foot to the floor or keep the toes tucked. If you have yoga blocks, you might need them here. We'll move into half split. So move the hips back. Bend is coming from the waist. If the floor's out of your reach, you can always put the hands on yoga blocks, remembering to keep the spine long. The bend is coming from the waist, not the upper back. Place the hands wherever's good for you within your range of motion, keeping that right foot flexed. Then inhale, come forward back to low lunge. We'll move through some hamstring slides. So exhale, seat comes back. Leg lengthens. Inhale, forward, low lunge. Exhale, sit back. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, half split. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, half split. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, half split. Inhale, low lunge. Plant the hands, tuck the back toes, and step back, downward facing dog. Second side. Inhale, left leg to the sky. Exhale, left foot steps up between the hands. Right knee descends to the earth. Ground into the front heel, knee directly above ankle. Inhale, the body comes up. Tuck that pelvis under slightly so you feel that stretch in the right hip flexor. Keep the front ribs in. When you're ready, descend into those hips for a deeper stretch. You can keep the back toes tucked or release them to the earth. Keep both hips neutral. Sometimes helps to imagine scissoring the thighs here. Long, deep breaths. Place the hands to the earth. Move the hips back for half split, second side. You may notice a difference here in both sides. For me, my left hamstring is not as open as my right. Just be content with the imbalances in your body. That is what makes us human. Always use blocks here if necessary to bring the earth closer to you. On an inhale, move forward to low lunge, and we'll do these hamstring slides. So exhale, seat comes back, front leg straightens. Inhale forward to low lunge. Exhale, seat comes back, half split. Inhale forward, low lunge. Exhale, half split. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, half split. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, half split. Inhale, low lunge. Plant the hands, tuck the back toes, lift the knee, step back, downward facing dog. Long, even breaths. Now look forward, step to the middle of the mat. Allow the body to descend over the legs. Keep the knees bent here, cupping the elbows for a forward fold. If it feels good for you, you may straighten the legs. Keep the weight in the balls of the feet. Maybe do a ragdoll, allowing the body to gently sway from side to side. Always being mindful of the backs of the legs. Inhale, the hands come to the waist. Then come all the way up to standing. Bring the palms to the chest. Equal balance in both feet. Grounding into the earth, and release the hands to the side for mountain pose, Tadasana. Allow the palms to face forward, shoulders relaxed, chin parallel to the floor. Inhale the palms to the sky. Exhale, tip forward from the waist, swan dive to the earth. Inhale, halfway lift out of the waist with the hands on the shins. Exhale, plant the hands, step back to plank pose. And release all the way to the floor, maybe in one go, or you can bring the knees down first. Bring the forehead to the earth. Feel that connection, the whole of your front body with the ground. Then push the hips back for a child's pose. Third eye is to the earth, palms extended in front. And slowly come up. Make your way onto your back. Grab your belt again, and we'll see if your hamstrings are more open than at the beginning of class. Loop it around the ball of the right foot. See if you can notice a difference. So I felt a big difference here. Using long, deep breaths, practicing non-attachment to how far forward your foot comes. Trying to push that right hip away from the right shoulder, keeping the pelvis neutral. Now release. Second side, left leg to the sky. Hook the belt around the ball of the foot. Maybe you notice the difference in this side as well. So just a little bit of movement and mobility and work on the legs really can make a difference to the energy flowing through them. We've only been moving for 20 or so minutes, and already you probably can feel a difference in your legs. Gently release the left leg down to the earth. We'll come into Shavasana. Allow the feet to flop open, palms to the sky, fingers curling towards the heart. Eyes are closed. Surrender here. And we'll return to the affirmation from the start of class. I am at home in my body. I am at home in my body. Start to wiggle the fingers and toes, maybe taking a full body stretch. When you're ready, bring the knees into the chest and allow yourself to fall over onto one side, coming into the fetal position. Keeping the eyes closed, push yourself up to a comfortable seat. Shoulders stacked over the hips. Bring the palms to the knees face down for grounding. Root chakra is all about our connection to the earth, feeling grounded. When you're ready, bring the palms to the chest, slowly open the eyes. Thank you for joining me on day 1. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you again tomorrow.